So this is Dragon Quest Heroes 2. The game starts by introducing the main characters of the game, characters whose personalities are about as deep and interesting as a dry spaghetti noodle. I can't be bothered to actually memorize their names, so I'll just call them by their most dominant character traits. The guy is dumb, and the girl is boring. Dumb and boring are walking about town, and they think to themselves, hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? Beat each other, so they fight. After their fight ends, they hear a commotion at the town's gates and decide to check it out. There, they find a small army being led by their childhood friend, Prince Caesar.
That was Caesar, wasn't it?
Excuse me, Caesar. I don't really care how to pronounce his name, since I usually just refer to him as his royal edginess.
Justice will be done. And those who betray our realm will suffer the judgment of steel!
See what I mean? This is where combat is introduced. Fighting consists of hitting enemies until they die. I'd like to say it's deeper than that, but it really isn't. You just kinda alternate between 3 or so boring combos for each character. Hell, it may even be less complicated than that, as there's an option to have the game just automatically do combos for you. Both modes are equal, I feel, as they are both boring. I mean, you do have spells and abilities, but aside from healing and buffing, all they really do is whack enemies in a slightly different way. If you switch between the different characters as you play, it will spice things up a bit, but only for a moment, as new characters quickly start to feel samey and boring as well. This is an action RPG, but it tends to lean, gameplay-wise, a bit more towards the RPG spectrum of games. And it's apparent, because this is not a game won with skill, it's a game won with grinding. Not that the system is broken or unplayable, but it does require patience. Patience I just don't have. I honestly do not enjoy the combat in this game. Anyway, Dumb and Boring fight against Edge's army before being saved by Desdemona. She's got a big ol' axe, and she dresses like she forgot half her armor. The fight ends, and Boring is concerned about why her friend would suddenly start a war with another kingdom after being at peace for so long. Dumb says something pretty much to the effect of, I like to hit things. To which Des responds, yo, look at my titties. Also, let's go see the High King. So off to Accordia we go. On the way, we meet Tornico, one of the main characters from Dragon Quest IV. The gimmick of this game is that you get to play as a bunch of characters from different Dragon Quest games. I will admit, it's pretty fun to switch between some of your favorite Dragon Quest characters. Unfortunately, they still end up feeling kind of boring to play as, so they only seem fun for so long. Anyway, after arriving at Accordia, King Bootleg Chef Boyardee says we should see what is twisting up Prince Edge's panties and causing him to want to go to war. After beating him to submission, Caesar says he wants to kill the king of the area he was attacking, Harba, because he believes that the king of Harba killed his father. His evidence? Frickin' feather that is similar to the one that the king of Harba has on his hat. Everyone agrees that a feather is not appropriate evidence to just up and kill a man, so they tell his royal edginess to chill the fuck out. The High King does mention, however, that the feather is only found in the region of Ingenia, so it may be best to see if the queen there knows anything. Of course, Caesar thinks it means he can just go and kill her, to which everyone reiterates that he needs to chill the fuck out. The group confronts the queen and she denies killing Caesar's father. She goes on to explain, however, that she didn't know that Caesar would attack Harba, since a mysterious cloaked figure had told her about it beforehand. Not knowing what else to do, really, the group decides to go after this mysterious figure. But before they get a chance to go after them, a war breaks out and the group has to intervene. Now, this is where I gave up on the game. There's a long battle between you and the kingdoms of the northern area. And when I say long, I mean long. And if you lose, you have to start the entire fight over from the beginning. And as you can guess from how I described the combat, it isn't fun to play through once, let alone multiple times. My issue came from a point of the battle where you had to protect the Queen of Ingenia, who seems to be made out of fucking paper mache or something, because she dies really easily. And if she dies, you have to start over. And it takes 30 fucking minutes to get to this point of the fight. I lost here 3 times, and there was no way in hell I was going to do that shit a 4th time. I didn't quit because I was having trouble, please believe that. If I hit a rough patch in another video game that I like, I'll give it my all to get past that, be it grinding, exploring, experimenting with new tactics, or whatever. I'd get through it. However, that is only if I enjoy the game. I did not enjoy Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Sure, I could have forced myself to grind through with boring-ass combat for a bunch of hours just so I could do it all again until I beat the game, but that sounds agonizing. This isn't an awful game, but I did not have fun with it. For a game about fighting, it's not very fun to fight, and that ruins it for me. So, that's that. Thanks for watching.